Hello everyone, I'm Sylvie Steinbach. Welcome to Esoteric Academia YouTube channel. This is a short little introduction video on what is coming next on this particular channel. We will actually tackle the Karmic Astrology of Donald Trump. And the reason why I am very eager to start to analyze his chart is because we have a lot going on in 2018, and I think this will be a very insightful session to find out what Donald Trump is here to accomplish in this lifetime, and to find out what his previous past lives relevant to this particular lifetime have to do with what he has accomplished so far. So what is Karmic Astrology? Well, if you are looking at Vedic astrology, that is not what I do. I actually use the Western system of setting up charts. In this particular case, I will tell you that Donald Trump was born June 14th. So he's a Gemini in 1946. And his official birthday is 10:54 a.m. And he was born in New York, in Queens, more specifically. So this is the chart we're going to be based on. And this chart is done with the tropical clock houses system, just for those of you who are a little bit technical. And the Karmic Astrology is really about discovering why a soul is coming in this lifetime and what they are bringing with them when they incarnate in terms of experience, gathered in previous lives, what kind of gift, talent, memories they may have gathered, and why did they decide to come in this particular timeline to accomplish what in terms of spiritual evolution. And with that in mind, we can analyze the entire life path of that person, because before incarnation, this individual was shown different ways, different maybe lifetime, where he could work out what he was looking to learn and experience, and why did he choose this life. So some outline of that life were shown to him, and he decided that this will be this one. So it's very, very interesting to do such a session, because it's irrelevant at what time in your life you do this session. It's exactly the same kind of information that will come through if you do it with a baby that is 6 months old, or you do it with that same baby when he's 45 years old. It's exactly the same information. It's almost, I will say, timeless. The difference is the older you are, like if you're in your 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and I've done people who were in the 80s, the less predictive it is, because most of your life is behind you. So you can actually validate the information because this is an information that would have been the same right at birth, or literally when you are at your end of your lifespan. And so what I know is it's highly accurate, because I've done people who were in their 70s. My oldest client was 85, and the reading is almost 95% accurate. So we have a man here that is born in the 1940s. So we will have here a lot to be able to validate on, because he is no longer in his prime. And I think it's going to be a fascinating reading, because he is a force of nature. And I don't intend to make a political statement by doing this particular session. I will let you decide about what comes up, what to do with that, and how I explain certain things. What I will say to you is this kind of session are channeled using the natal chart. So the difference, for example, as me being a psychic, is if you come for a consultation or if you're calling me, I will use your energy as a conduit to get the information I need so I can guide you and answer your questions. When it comes to karmic astrology, it's a little bit different. I have to use a natal chart. And that's basically a map of your birth, at the time of your birth, of all the planets from the Earth position. And in this case, this is Donald Trump natal chart. And basically, when you do this particular session, I'm channeling this chart. It's like basically it's like a CD that you're putting into a computer, and then the computer will download the program. When I look at it, and I started to have that talent when I studied astrology with the Rosicrucians back in the, I would say, 80s. This was what I was finding out when I was studying, is that I had those abilities. When I started to look at charts of people that I knew, I found out certain things about them that I would say traditional astrology was not able to really reveal. So over time, obviously, I found out how accurate it was because I've done a lot of those sessions. And I believe that when the information is channeled, depending on what level it's channeled from, and this kind of readings are pretty up there. I mean, some people have suggested that this allow me to open the Akashic records. Maybe. What I know is when I do this kind of session, it's very thrilling spiritually for me, because our access to vibrations are much higher than when I do a normal psychic session. And so to me, those kind of sessions are easily 2 hours with me doing most of the talking. And I'm going to try to do a video where it's not 2 hours long, and I will try to make it more to the point for you, since there is no interaction with a specific client. But it is a session that is very dense in information, and usually when people get session from me on this particular type of protocol, I request that they record the session and that they save it, in different location, because it's a lifetime reading. You don't come back to do an update on something like this, since it is covering your lifetime. So what we will cover with Donald Trump is basically the previous life on record, which means whatever he is bringing in this lifetime as memories, information he has gathered, things that he have learned, situation he was able to achieve. It's basically, I always use the metaphor of going on vacation, and you are presented with 3 different locations. You can go tropical, spending time in Fiji or in Bali, or you can go skiing in the Alps, or you can decide to do some sport event somewhere in the middle of the ocean. What you're going to put in your luggage is what is going to allow you to fulfill that vacation. It could be the way you dress, whatever knowledge you're going to gather in order to have the best vacation possible. So what is in that luggage really tells us what has been extracted from that soul, for that soul, what has been extracted from its experience in order to embrace the voyage. And the life, the past life is, to me, more whatever has been gathered previously. I don't know if really we can go into that past is past, present, future. It doesn't exist. So this is the previous experience. And sometimes it's a gathering of several lifetimes. Sometimes it's one very dominant one that kind of is the capital one that summarizes some other variation. And you basically look into that, and then you look at why this soul decided to reincarnate. So what is the life purpose? And will give us the idea of what he is here to work on. And sometimes people achieve that in one lifetime, sometimes a series of them, different variation. But we can sometimes spot where the person is at in that evolution. And then we'll tackle the main outline of what this person was meant to accomplish. And whatever this may be, it could be challenges, issues, things that will allow this person to fulfill spiritually its mission, but also what kind of success, what kind of achievement, what is the right path for this person to have possibly the best experience possible. And sometimes we do have a destiny, but we have a lot of free will. And the destiny is a big outline, and everything that in the between those very big outline, it's a lot about what we choose to do. And sometimes we make the best choices, and sometimes we don't make the best choices. And in the eyes of the universe, it doesn't matter. It is about what you as a soul contribute to your own evolution, and that's all what matters, regardless of what kind of role you're going to play in this particular lifetime. So this is what I intend to do. So follow me, subscribe, and the next time you see me, we'll be talking about Mr. Trump, President of the United States. And I do believe that you're going to find this particular session fascinating. I see you soon. Blessing, and have a wonderful day.